Someone with a violin?
Yes.
Violin?
Yes.
And who's that?
Who
This
is that?
this is an uncle of mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's my mother's youngest brother. In the picture, he was 12 years old,
Oh, wow.
and he had a hobby to play the violin, and he was very talented
Mm-hmm.
with the violin and music.
Mm.
When he became a little older, as a teenager, he was in the war, and he was in England, but because he was able to play a musical instrument,
Mm-hmm.
he was able to entertain the troops. So that means that he didn't have to fight on the front lines.
Oh.
He was an entertainer for the troops. So unfortunately, when he came back
Mm-hmm.
from the war, many of his friends didn't make it back. They died or they got very injured.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this violin, the violin saved his life. And
Wow.
when he came back to Toronto, he was in his last year of high school, grade 12.
Wow, he was young.
So my mother went to the principal and pleaded with the principal to let him write his examinations so that he wouldn't lose a year of school.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out okay, and he passed the examination.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went on to university, and he became a pharmacist.
Farmer.
So this violin was his hobby all his life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to frame the picture,
Yeah.
I
Beautiful.
saw this violin, and he had the violin.
It's perfect.
And then the musical notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes on the frame
Mhm.
was just perfect.
Yeah.
So I have this in my dining room to remind me of how brave he was.
Aw.
Yes.
Did you meet your uncle?
Oh yes, I knew my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
He lived a long life, I'm guessing.
He lived until 80.
80. Oh.
80 years old.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
so he did have a long life.
Oh, that's good.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Did you have learn the violin too?
And no, I just learned to play the piano.
Oh, yeah.
But
Excellent.
I learned to play the piano as an adult, so it took me a little longer just to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're older, it's harder to pick up a
An
language
instrument.
or a musical instrument.
Yeah, perfect.
Do
Okay,
you know who
Lauren?
has the violin?
Yes, his oldest son.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Sorry, Linda, go ahead.
Okay, Lauren, I have a question. I just want to know how old your uncle at that time when he went